Oh my god, I didn't record this. Oh, Jesus Christ. That's so stupid. I'm so mad at myself. Oh, oh. Hey guys, welcome back to Pillbox Movies. I'm Hank, and today we're going to be watching the 1955 American musical, It's Always Fair Weather. This is a Arthur Freed production. Arthur Freed was a producer of many great American musicals under the MGM umbrella. This is a part of that tradition with his crackpot team of writers Betty Comden and Adolph Green, who also wrote on a crazy other bunch of movies. On the Town, Singing in the Rain, Bandwagon, Wonderful Town, Bells Are Ringing, On the 20th Century. And is directed by Singing in the Rain team, Gene Kelly and Stanley Donen. The movie stars Gene Kelly and Sid Charisse, and features music by composer Andre Previn, who is a well-known Hollywood musical composer / jazz composer and arranger. Andre Previn has actually been previously featured on this channel in The Secret Garden 1949, of all things, which sounds ridiculous because it's completely out of his wheelhouse, but he was a conductor on that movie. Anyways, despite its sterling pedigree, the movie was coming along in sort of a downtrending time in American musicals. This apparently has a reputation of being one of the more darkly comedic or cynical of American musicals, which sounds completely in my wheelhouse, you know? Company would be made 5 years after this. But yeah, that's Broadway. That's a different story from the glamorous and the innocuous and the bright-eyed and bushy-tailed Hollywood presentation of musical comedy. So I'm excited to watch this and see its take on the American musical. And before we begin, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe for more old, obscure, and art house films. Okay, guys, not working too hard on the lyrics.
Well, if it isn't the Rover Boy.
This is for you. Take it, save it.
Oh, wow.
Put it up over the bar. Someday it'll be
Once again, another artist who is better than Gene Kelly in An American in Paris.
Do you mind just a little room?
Not bad.
Dearest Ted, you know there is no one in the world nearer and dearer to me than you.
Unfortunately, we have to break up.
It makes no difference in our friendship just because I happened to get married last month.
Oops.
Joe's the most wonderful guy in the world.
Yeah, we would have seen her face if they were going to be our, final couple. Yo, that chair's freaky deaky. Imagine having this kind of money. People in the 40s had it good. I don't want to call it a stable of Gene Kelly's kind of choreography, but he does kind of love this kind of rotating knee kind of motion. This is setting unrealistic expectations as to what drunk men in New York would be like. Once again, scary chairs. This is interesting. I like how Dan Daly is stroking Michael Kidd. In contrast to most American musicals and musical comedies, who knows how this will shape up, but it is interesting to see this movie kind of take as a larger theme or a larger story beat, this idea of male friendship and male camaraderie. Usually, the focus of musical comedies is the heterosexual couple, and I'm sure that'll be the case here. But it is an interesting idea that's being presented here, especially since kind of retroactively or retrospectively, this will be the last collaboration between Gene Kelly and Stanley Donen.
October 11th, 1955, at 12 o'clock noon, the three of us are going to walk right through that door and meet here.
And they are. Yeah. All right, we've set up an expectation, and we're doing a Merrily We Roll Along.
So long.
So is this filmed in a real location, just because of the film grain to it, or the weird film stock to it? No, that's not real. Come on. They just it was just a massive zoom in, so it was degraded a bit. Oh no. Oh no. Don't do it. Yeah, there it is. There's just something inimitable in Gene Kelly where he has a very strong penchant to play like the rake in his movies. He's just constantly pushing the edge on, like, not dislikable characters, but uncouth or immoral characters. Keep your promise, meet in the bar again. They're doing their damnedest to keep the three men at a level height in those shots.
October 11th, 1955. Hey, that's today. Today? Oh, Doug and Angie.
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Where do you have to go?
Tim's Bar on 3rd Avenue. It's a long way from here.
You're nuts. It's 10 minutes.
No, it's years away. Miles away. Yeah.
Dorothy, what is this number where they reached you? Oh, your lawyers.
Oh,
Well,
divorce.
Dorothy, look, do you have to go through with it?
Oh.
Well, I know, but if you love me, why a divorce?
It's crazy how early divorce comes up. I'm constantly surprised by how early kind of these concepts that we think of as modern or contemporary to American culture actually come up pretty early on in American film or American media and American discourse. Like, to a certain degree, it makes me think that, like, culturally we may have shrunken a little bit or conservatized a little bit. These things were, like, clearly in the American mindset and in American discourse at these times, and more normalized than we would kind of give credit for.
Hi, Tim.
Well, chum, what do you have?
Hi, don't you know me, Tim? I'm Angie.
A lot of fellas come and go in here, buddy.
Yeah, I guess they do. Have you seen two other fellows today?
I wouldn't be doing such a good business if I hadn't seen two fellas all morning.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, this is really interesting kind of observation about male friendship, especially over the course of time, that without that kind of joint familiarity and comfort with passing time and growing old, it kind of falls out without really any explanation. Hey! Hey! Oh, that's great.
Open a fresh bottle for this.
Oh, I don't think I could handle a drink, Ted.
What? Huh?
I'm not too fit digestion-wise. Well, maybe I could handle one. I'll take a couple of these.
Oh no, they're gonna go into a bad place. Oh, in contrast to the first dance piece, it's gonna show how badly they handle alcohol now. They're gonna have terrible dancing.
Let's drink to old Bootsy.
Who's old Bootsy?
We always used to toast old Bootsy.
Why?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Now, why don't I take you two chaps to the turquoise?
Turquoise?
I'll handle it.
Dude, they really, really hated Strauss before Stanley Kubrick came along.
Well,
It's literally barely we roll along.
Cordon Bleu. That's the name of my hamburger joint.
It's priceless.
What's so funny? As far as names go, it seems to me Little Miss Mop-Up and Jolio the Gelatin
Jesus
Man are
Christ.
pretty priceless themselves.
Hella awk.
Hello? Connie? I'm talking to you from a table at the Turquoise. What a swanky dump. Hey, what do you know?
It's like refreshing and scary as shit to see this kind of story play out in 1955. Feeling alienated from your fucking friends in 1955. It turns out social media wasn't the cause.
Racketeers in a fight game, huh? Glad I'm in a respectable business.
Oh God. Oh God.
This thing's a mistake. That guy's such a snob. And who is that hick?
Who do you think will win the World Series?
Oh, well, both teams.
If you're a female viewer and wondering why men don't ever talk about emotions or even just like specific stuff, it's because of this. This is why you only talk sports.
Can these be the guys I once thought I could never?
What a terrible rhyme. I'm sorry, Betty and Adolf. You can't rhyme thought and out. I like the idea that they're harmonizing without being in concert, in harmony with each other.
Why am
I know this was an instruction by Gene Kelly and Stanley Donen that Gene Kelly would be the only one who's looking straight to camera and the other two would be looking away while they're expressing the same thoughts. Gene Kelly is the star.
Well, I guess we've had it. I guess so.
Waiter, check, please.
Scotch old-fashioned, please, Carl.
That's what I like. An old-fashioned girl. I'm an old-fashioned boy myself.
Flirting while you're out with your boys.
You know, she's the program coordinator on our biggest Cleanse Right TV show, Midnight with Madeline. We're rehearsing over at the Fontainebleau.
Oh, I'd like that very much. Well, so long, fellas.
Well, bring your friends along.
No.
We're just about
To come along. I've got about an hour to kill before I have to be at Stillman's gym. You see, I own a plug ugly who's going to be engaged fisticuffs.
It's contrived, certainly it's contrived, but it is very kind of light the way the movie handles all these kind of contrivances to advance the plot. This is the sort of thing where in a modern Hollywood movie would take 20 minutes to develop.
I had a crazy notion you and I should get better acquainted.
I see.
Besides, I think you're about the prettiest program coordinator I've ever seen.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Satisfied? I just couldn't face the boredom of fighting you off for $10. It's the simplest method, my own invention.
In short, I can always scare them off.
I don't scare easy.
She's giving,
No.
Did you ever hear of Planck who discovered the quantum theory in 1895? Without that and Maxwell's field theory, there never would have been a theory of relativity. And did you ever hear of magadization, the pre-medieval musical system of voices singing or playing octaves apart? And did
Jesus Christ.
you and your war buddies?
Yeah, you saw it. We met at our old wartime hangout, little place called Tim's
She's using him right now. She's thinking of a campaign.
10 years ago.
I hope she fully like forms out to be like a cynical, ruthless ad exec. I'd love that for her.
And now, you dear ladies and gentlemen, we come to the part of the program which is always my favorite because it means something. By constructing for 16 years a complete table-sized model of the Taj Mahal, executed entirely in chewing gum wrappers.
What the fuck is that?
No, no, no! I will not have this on my show. It's terrible. Hey, Sam, get me a club sandwich, a double order of French fries, and 2 cans of beer. Make it 3.
Madeline, please, your diet.
Who cares about my diet or my figure? I'm unhappy, and I want to eat.
Now, here's a nice pimento cheese.
Very relatable.
You mustn't give up the battle of the bulge.
Look who's talking fatso.
Oh, God.
Corporation on lettuce and tomato sandwiches.
I love the women in this movie. Just like
me in an
exactly
evening
my
gown.
type.
Who cares? I'm not going on tonight.
I think I've got the spot solved for tonight. It's the foulest notion I've had yet, but after all, it's for the glory of Cleanse Right. The show must go on. What is it? Human?
Cynical
In a
movie.
minute. It's guaranteed to tear your guts out.
3 best friends revisiting each other after 10 years.
Hey, lady, come in.
Hello.
Nice new dress. Wow. Or not a dress, but nice new ensemble. This is something I also noticed a lot in What's My Line? Like, a culturally acceptable, like, wolf whistling.
Well, charming little place you have here.
Charming little place. Lady, this is an institution. No, the plastic walls are peeling.
Centuries step slowly out of frame. Yo, why were people not into this? You get to see a musical sequence in a boxing gym? Come on. These mans have not an ounce of musicality to them? I can relate to that. I can relate.
And after him came
It's like literal middle school choreography.
And then,
Bob Fitzsimmons, James, Jeffries, Jack, Johnson, Jess, Willow,
Girl
Jack,
after my
Kinsey,
heart.
Tony, Mac, Schmeling,
What a dame! I'm bowled over, honestly. I do appreciate, in some ways, the lyricism of Betty Compton and Adolph Green. Like, this is definitely from an era in American musical comedy or American musical theater where like dancing had to take precedence. And so there's a lot more simplicity in the lyrics and in the imagery. This is the hottest anybody has ever been in an American musical, to my taste.
Hi, Rocky.
What's in on it?
In on what?
A fix.
Whoops.
Oh, yeah,
Whoops.
the fix. Mariachi is taking a dive tonight.
What?
Yeah, the fight's fixed.
Did you tip off the boxing commission?
No, I placed a bet on
Played dumb.
Rocky.
Took a lot of doing, but I managed to get all my bets switched to Rocky Helmet.
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, I thought you said saturation-wise.
Well, as a matter of fact, I did. I said situation-wise and saturation-wise.
Oh,
It's a weird kind of
I've got to get home. I want to see Dorothy.
screenwriting tick that they've added for these ad men that they talk in situation-wise and marketing-wise kind of talk. It's ad men lingo.
But soft spot wise and danger wise.
I wasn't trying to imply that they were going to use it as a setup for a song, but that works too.
January, February, March, April, May, June,
Oh, he's remembering the past.
June.
I always dreamed of having things like that in my restaurant in Schenectady.
Oh, do you own a place like this?
It's more modern.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Her mic was a lot louder than his. I do some post work on the audio for the movies that kind of collapses a little bit of their sound. So if you get the chance to watch these movies on your own, I hope you pick up some of the audio subtleties as well as the visual subtleties and narrative subtleties that I can't obviously communicate in a YouTube video.
We'll be friends until we die.
It's very, very obvious to me that this movie wouldn't have as much commercial appeal as Singing in the Rain. Actually, it isn't too obvious to me, but speaking solely as, you know, a lonely old guy living alone in the city, this feels like a very identifiable movie for me. So, if this movie perhaps didn't find its audience in 1955, it can find it in lonely guys who had more friends in college who watched musical theater. They did a great job of finding the endpoint of the floor in these shots. Yeah, really, really well selected, really well maintained camera distance. I can't believe they did these 3 takes and just kept it going. They just have to be absolutely in sync. And they're not, but it's great to see how close they get. Like, not just them dancing, but the actual camera movements on them all have to be in sync.
Is that dream up in smoke?
Look, lady, you're excused. You don't have to hang around with me all evening. I wish I didn't have to hang around with myself.
What did they think you were going to turn out to be?
Oh, nothing much. Just a great man. I have a sneaking feeling I've let them down just a wee bit. If they knew about my...
I actually do like, as just a small touch to this movie, that usually like rom-coms or love stories in movies require some sort of opening up between the two love interests, but I actually like, in terms of the subtlety or nuance of it, that the way that Ted reveals himself to Sid Charisse, to Jackie Layton, is actually through opening himself up about his desire to reconnect with his friends. And I think that's a really instructive lesson in terms of good lessons to take away from movies. I like this aspect that's more about, like, what makes this man attractive is him opening up in general, that he's not making this change in him for a potential love interest. This is an internal change that is happening for him to make his life better, separate from his own kind of romantic interests. And I think it's a subtle difference, but it's a good difference, honestly.
Boy, I wouldn't have any more of those if I were you, Doug. I counted 3 martinis.
He's getting drunk? He shouldn't get drunk.
Sneak 5 on the side. That makes 8.
Everyone,
Just a second.
Doug,
Doug. This is a surprise for Ted and Angie. Voila!
Hey, nice.
No mustache.
Well done.
Oh, Ted Nancy, know me now. Sorry, wise, and apologize, wise, and apologize, wise, and sorry, wise, Jackson.
This is a fucking tongue twister. Try this one out.
Situation-wise, saturation-wise, competition-wise.
Situation-wise, saturation-wise, television-wise, meathead-wise, fatso-wise, and wiso-wise. And he's doing it with a drunken slur. Guy's pretty talented. Like, he's not the greatest dancer or the greatest singer, but in a Danny Bernstein kind of way, he's pretty seamless in incorporating these disparate elements together. Acting, dancing, and singing simultaneously. And being in character while doing it. We've all been at one of these kind of corporate parties.
Now back, my old trick. Nothing up my sleeves, no mustache to see me.
Oh, I should have seen that coming. That was pretty well set up.
But I'm glad I got you, kid. You're my one accomplishment. You got it down like this. Oh, relax.
I guess I don't need the commission for this.
530 East 48th Street.
Uh-oh, the gangsters know where he's heading.
You know, 10 years ago, I told myself I'd never let this happen again. And
You know our simple, steadfast rules. No men beyond this line.
Are they gonna go fuck?
couldn't you make an exception in my case?
Oh, the broadcast. Ted, will you please wait here for me? I have to change. I'll be down in 10 minutes. And listen.
I, like, literally can't imagine a skating sequence in this. This seems like it would be too tight to fit in a skating dance sequence. We're, like, already into the Bullets Over Broadway third act. Oh, well, fuck me, I guess. I think I said this before for the pirate video, but I'm always just so shocked by the breadth, the scope of things that Gene Kelly is willing to explore and learn and do on screen, whether it be gymnastics or ballet, avant-garde dancing, flamenco. This shit, it's just a feat of ingenuity and a beautiful kind of curiosity to Gene Kelly as a performer and as a dancer and choreographer. Do I? Yeah. Just absolute madness of this man. Absolute madness of this man! A crazy one if ever there was. Nope. It's so beautiful! Come on! Just continuously dazzled. Both, like, in terms of the vision that Gene Kelly and Stanley Donen had and the leeway they were given in expressing that vision. I'm like not even a person who understands dancing or choreography, but he makes it clear enough when he's doing something that's impressive.
Midnight with Madeline, starring
Me!
Me!
May I come in? Bless you.
Bless you.
Oh, look, little Angela was
Little Angela, oh God.
Isn't this a great moment for you?
It's truly a fitting climax to 10 years of self-degradation.
Now, Mr. Valentine is a sweet, simple person.
The stag she put on simple.
Here is your cleanse right guarantee and Mr. Fishmeyer's personal
Wait,
certificate.
I don't even understand what those things are.
But no thanks. Boys, don't be like me. Live clean. Use cleanse right. Use it.
What a pessimistic ending to this.
I know now why I hated them.
It's because I hated myself.
Because I hated myself, and I'd give several arms and legs to win their friendship and respect again.
How'd they fight? Oh, because they were watching it on TV.
Cover Ted Riley with number 3 camera. Get that mic down closer and keep it there.
Okay, but they're not mic'd up.
5 or 6 months, you
Oh, there we go. They thought of everything.
After all the hard work I had done with him, so I thought the best thing to do was
Rocky's
to
slowly getting it.
him and prevent.
I don't want to be deemed crazy. I say it was Charlie.
What are you talking about?
Yes, Charlie, you're on television.
Why, you...
Ted, you all right?
Man, take him. Cover me.
He likes doing that move a lot. Still showing that deep down inside, New York still got that hot. I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
I remember old Bootsy. That's right, that idiot saved our lives.
Bootsy.
That about wraps it up.
Not quite. There's a little unfinished business.
Every single dress combo is just smacking. I don't know about ending it in the brown, but I think it's good. The green ensemble was a showstopper. Also, in terms of a funny production decision, because all of this takes place in one day, keeping the 3 leads in one costume throughout the entire movie, it's like not a good decision, obviously, but it is funny. Get ready for a huge zoom out, an unbelievable zoom out. Yep. Cool. Well, I didn't record any of the video for this, but I really enjoyed that. Yeah, that was fair weather. I can kind of understand why audiences wouldn't take to it. It does kind of have a cynical or bleak outlook for most of the movie, but in some ways, no more cynical or bleak than like a lot of Singing in the Rain, for example, where Hollywood is revealed to be a fake industry with fake performers and fake producers, and that is kind of a cynical outlook taken in a very cheery tone. And while this movie's tone isn't as cheery, it does lend itself to some of the same farcical elements. I think I don't know. I don't see that many changes between this and Singing in the Rain. Like, I think Singing in the Rain is definitely more glamorous in portraying like the dream sequences and in portraying Hollywood, despite its sordid underbelly, is still like presented as a glamorous place with stars and starlets and photo and flashing cameras and lights and all of that. Yeah. I think there was a lot of fun stuff in this. A lot of fun to be had. Anyways, that was It's Always Fair Weather. I'm probably not going to post this video because I didn't record any of the audio, or I didn't record any of the video for it. But if I do, I hope you enjoyed it. And if I posted it, it means that it turned out to be a labor of love for me. Yeah. Click the like button and subscribe for more old, obscure, and art house films. And until next time, keep watching good movies. This is a Beach Bunny shirt.